Hello, welcome to Made to Heal with Angela Brown. I wanted to talk about the difference of being indecisive and decisive in your life. But before I get into that, I invite you to check out the link in the comments below to my book called You Are Made to Heal Spiritually, Emotionally, Mentally, and Physically. It's just my journey of being stuck for 30 plus years and the tools and techniques that I have used to keep me unstuck and move forward, and having that ability to move forward in faith and with confidence. And it took me hitting rock bottom and really surrendering my life to God and Christ. And it's made all the difference in the world. And it's truly helped me in my journey. So check it out. When I was writing this book, I was thinking of every teen and adult in mind. And no matter where you or others may feel like they are in their mindset, it truly is beneficial for everyone. I am still benefiting from using the tools and techniques that are in this book on the daily. So I wanted to talk about the difference between feeling indecisive and decisiveness, because for the most part of my life, I feel like I have been indecisive. Being a middle child, I want to be a people pleaser. Um, I just want everybody else around me to be happy. So whatever you want to do, well, hey, where do you guys want to go eat to dinner? And my response, I don't know. I don't care. Wherever you want to go, I'll go where you want to go. Anytime my husband and I would have a date night, where do you want to go for dinner? I don't care. Wherever, whatever you're in the mood for, I can find anything wherever you want to go. I'm good. And so that was always my go-to, and that was easy, right? It took out the conflict. It took out maybe any arguing or back and forth bantering, like, no, I don't want to go to that place, and so I'm like, just whatever makes you happy, right? And so when we're indecisive, it keeps us stuck. When we can't make a decision, it keeps us stuck. We can't really move forward in confidence. It makes us second guess ourselves. Did we make the right decision? Indecisiveness happens all the time, right? And sometimes it's good to, instead of being so quick in making decisions, it's good to take the time instead of plowing through and going, gosh, I wish I wouldn't have done that. So it's good to take your time in making decisions, especially on important matters. But little things such as where should we go out to eat to dinner, or what kind of music do you want to listen to right now, those are like things that aren't that big of a deal. And so those are decisions that we can make quick on the spot, right? So being decisive is important. Indecisiveness, though, it's not a feeling. It's not a feeling of feeling like we're in control. It's a feeling of letting go of some of maybe our power. It's a feeling, so yes, it's a feeling of powerlessness. It's a feeling of not being able to move forward and feeling stuck. And it's just a feeling of not feeling very confident and second guessing. So, decisiveness, oh my goodness, decisiveness is the opposite. We have confidence. And so, if you feel like you are a person that has indecisiveness going on all the time, I strongly encourage you, because this is how I worked on my indecisiveness. I was like, you know what? I can change that on the little things, such as where to go to eat. So my husband would be like, okay, where do you want to go to eat? And I'm like, actually, this sounds really good. And you know what? I would say, okay, Mexican food sounds really good. And I know these are our options in our small town for Mexican food. So do you want to go here or here? I'm okay with either one, but gosh, I want some Mexican food or whatever it is, right? So I decided I was going to be a lot more, hey, let's listen to this. Let's do this, instead of saying, oh, I don't know and I don't care. That's part of taking back some of our control and feeling like we have some power in our lives. And then it builds confidence, because you know what? I just made a decision and that was easy. You know what? And it didn't cause any conflict. And if it does, it's on that other person. If they're upset with, them asking your opinion and then they're not liking it or wanting it, then that's on them and not you. So being decisive really helps us move forward with confidence. And so wherever you feel like, if you feel like you're being indecisive quite a bit in your life, you can release those indecisive emotions, the emotion of being indecisive, and replace it with, I am decisive, with those positive affirmations. I can make decisions easily and quickly. I am decisive and I am confident. I grow in confidence each time I make a decision. So just being positive and having those affirmations helping you to make those decisions, that is important. So making decisions sometimes is hard, and it's getting ourselves out of our comfort spot, our comfort zone. But in order to grow, we've got to get out of that comfort zone. So sometimes making decisions will do that for us. And sometimes we have to make decisions for other people, right? Maybe other people, like on huge levels, um, you know, hospital situations, maybe someone's unresponsive and you've got to make a decision quick. Those are hard decisions, right? For a loved one, maybe you have to make a decision. Um, so those are hard things, but practice little by little each day on the little things, little decisions you can make. You can be decisive or indecisive on, hey, little things such as, are you going to take a minute in the morning when you wake up and give gratitude to God or your higher power for helping you stay alive, and your heart is beating, and you're grateful for this new day, and grateful for the sleep that you got, and grateful for your loved ones that you have surrounding you, grateful for all that you have learned, all the experiences you have had in this life. So so we get to choose, we get to decide if we're going to wake up with gratitude or not. And we get to decide what kind of a mindset we're going to have for the day. And we get to decide if we are going to stay in our negative emotions for long periods of time. We don't have to. It is important. It is important to feel those emotions. So I'm not saying don't feel sadness and don't feel depression and don't feel all these things that come up, because that is human nature. It's normal to have these emotions. But it's not okay to be there for days, weeks, months, right? It's important to learn how to process and know that you have the power to decide to move forward in these emotions. So, moving forward in emotions is important. And also, deciding to have a better attitude, a better outlook on life. We get to choose that as well. So that's an easy thing to be decisive on, is our mindset. What kind of men's mindset are you going to have from here on out? And let me tell you, you're going to goof up if you're like, oh, I want to be positive 100% of the time. Well, that's not going to happen, because we all have negative thoughts coming into our mind. But just working on that and having that knowledge and awareness, that's the key word. Always being aware of where you're at in order to move forward. And then physically, what have you been indecisive on? Can't make decisions about. Well, maybe you're like, I don't know if I should do this routine. I don't know if I should have this lifestyle or this lifestyle. I can't decide what it is I want. And it's important to decide exactly what it is you want. So that's all with setting goals. When we set our goals, we are specific. We have to be specific in our goals and keep them measured. Um, you know, is it measurable? Like, what are you going to do from this time to this time? Make it so that it's achievable or attainable, but you want it to be measured in like a few days or a few weeks instead of like a few years from now. It's good to have those long term, but measure it out to where it can happen soon for you, so that you can build momentum of setting your goals. And you want to be able to achieve those, and you want those goals to be realistic for you. Let's say you want to lose weight and you're out of shape, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna train for the marathon, because I'm gonna run that marathon in 2 months. Well, that's probably not a realistic goal for you. So you want to be realistic, going, you know what? I think, because maybe, let's say a person hasn't been outdoors and they've been homebound for a lot, right? The first thing is, you know what? Go walk to your mailbox and back a few times a day, and then increase it day by day. Go walk around the block and then increase it, right? So, and then time bound, we want to have a time limit. Like, when do you want to have this goal achieved by? What's your time frame? And then it's so important to have goals in spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical. That's being decisive. Let's see. What do I want my spiritual life to look like? Decide. Be decisive. You have control over your life, more control than you think you do. What kind of what kind of emotional state of being do you want to be in for the majority of the time? Be specific, and those are decide goals. You can have goals and decide on things right here and there, and turn it from indecisiveness to deciding. And it's all about having awareness. And mentally, where do you want to be? Um, where do you want to be in your mindset? What do you want to learn? And be decisive, right? Don't let somebody else choose. Oh, I think you should learn this, or hey, you should take this class, or hey, you know what you'd be really good about? You do what you feel, what you are led to do in life, and live for you and never for someone else, because it won't work and end up pretty when it's for someone else. So, and then the physical, right? Be decisive in what it is you want. What kind of physical health do you want? And think short term, but also think long term in all these areas, because we want to have this end goal, right? Everybody has this end goal. For me, who doesn't want to make it to heaven, right? We all want to make it to heaven, live with God again. Okay, that's cool. So that's our end goal. But what do we need to do spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically? What little baby steps can we take to get us closer there each day? And we are going to have to be decisive and take the indecisiveness and put it into action with decisiveness. And that means we need to ask ourselves what we can start doing and what we can stop doing. Asking God within us, saying, what is it you want me to stop doing? Okay, what does God want us to stop doing? And what does God want us to start doing? And you can ask this in every situation, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. Spiritually, God, what do you want me to stop doing? What's hurting my spirit? Okay, wait for that answer and get it. Okay, spiritually, God, what do you want me to start doing? And I guarantee you, you're going to get a thought to your mind and you're going to be like, okay, gotcha. I'll start doing that. And do whatever thoughts come your way that's directing you to do good. Act on it always. Act on it. And same thing emotionally. Okay, God, what emotions would you like me to process through? What emotions have been lingering and not helping me move in a healthy manner? And then take that answer and go with it. Okay, what would you like me to start feeling? Maybe it's as simple as God's telling you, I want you to feel my love for you. Um, and then mentally, what is it? What is it, God, you want me to stop doing? And what is it you want me to start doing? And then physically, and wait, because you will get an answer in each of these areas. Physically, okay, physically, what changes should I make physically for my body to perform at its higher self, right? The best version. What do I need to do to get there? What am I willing to do? Anybody can do anything. Anybody can do it. But will you? So what are you willing to do? And what is and ask God, what is it you want me to start doing? And what is it you want me to stop doing with my physical health? Maybe we have an addiction that we need to stop. Maybe we're not drinking enough water and hydrating ourselves. Maybe we aren't getting that exercise in. Maybe we're not eating the proper foods. So listen to the answers and go with it. Run with it and trust your intuition. Your intuition is God within you. That is what intuition is. And always listen to it. Always follow it. So God bless. Please like and subscribe to this channel. Share it with others. And until next time, we'll be talking to you later. Just remember, I love you. God loves you even more. And you are doing a lot better than you think you are. So until next time, bye.